This is the older brother of G8, the previous G8 because of its huge physique and thick grip. The model of the put and humor is widely praised. And his older brother G8 Sagittarius lived up to expectations and became longer than G8. Previously, under my G8 video, a classmate said, "It would be nice if it could be stretched to support the tablet. If it can support Switch, wouldn't it be invincible?" No, the G8 is mainly to meet the above requirements. The design Type-C head can be directly castrated to clip more things. It can be connected via a Bluetooth receiver or data cable. And it supports Android, HarmonyOS, iOS 13 and above Apple devices, Switch, PC and streaming. It is even equipped with a general stretch handle. There is no way to put a rotor code in it. To put it bluntly, it is actually equivalent to an ordinary handle that can be stretched. For better compatibility, the Switch Mini Machine also deliberately added a 60 butcher gyroscope and a 1000 wake-up function. It seems that the chick really listens to the persuasion and does understand it very well. What do you want? So let's take a look at the upgrades of big cocks compared to small cocks. In addition to the handle, the body of the G8 is longer than that of the G8. The length that can be stretched has also been greatly improved. Of course, there are more things that can be clipped, compatible with devices as short as 12 centimeters. However, devices shorter than 12 centimeters are more awkward. Fortunately, there is no C-mount charging head this time. If the phone is just slightly shorter than 12 centimeters, then adding a mobile phone case can easily solve this problem. And its maximum compatible length is relatively awesome. Since there is no fiber device, it is possible to clip a 21.5 centimeters device. Compared with the G8, you can now clip a Switch and a folding screen. Even a flat plate. At this point, the console game on the stream looks like a PS Portal. Some phones also have the lens positioned too far down. There is no way to lie firmly in the handle, the smart little machine is on the G8. In addition, such an area is divided, the silicone cushion here. Next, it will be compatible with more models of mobile phones after that. This time the G8 family is not directly connected after all, so there is no way to connect through the handle like the G8. Charge your phone directly. The advantage is that the left and right handles each have a 500 mAh battery. It is self-sufficient, so there is no need for the phone to power the handle additionally. In addition, if you want to use the 2.4G connection method, you need to purchase a receiver separately in the connection method, although there is no direct connection type. It's that simple and straightforward. But because it is compatible with more devices, it is still very good. Like the G8, the left and right sides of the shell can be removed. At the same time, the scheme of porcelain is adopted. It is complete to exchange a small jacket with G8. Okay, what makes people feel very surprised is that this time the action button can also be removed. The magnetic design is easy to take. I want to play Switch games. You can directly change it to NS arrangement. It seems that the thoughts of NS players are indeed in place this time. The rocker cap is also insertable, and the box also gives 3 different heights. The 2 back keys on the back of the joystick cap handle are still retained. It should be noted that the original bottom of the 3.5mm headphone intersection, this time there is no here, and a one-click pairing has been added. So for the appearance of this chicken G8 home with a full score of 10 points, students can put their scores on the public screen. In terms of feel, the action keys are conductive rubber buttons with slightly longer key travel. The pressure is not large. The cross button is clear. The feel of the Switch and elastic leather silicone press is still very comfortable. The shoulder button and the 2 back buttons are lightweight switches. The trigger is Hall linear and the trigger can pass. The key combination or app is changed to the quick trigger. Since this handle comes with 2 batteries on the left and right, and the same asymmetrical motor as the Xbox, so the weight also came to 315 grams. After adding the OLED version of Switch, the weight comes directly to 644 grams. Fortunately, there are 2 rear grips on the left and right. Share some hand pressure. The experience is not as heavy as imagined, plus the same diamond-shaped slippery pattern as before. The overall grip is still very good. Next, let's test the polishing of the handle. Let's take a look at the cross button first, and the adjustment is still very good. There is no case of any string connection. If you are playing a game, you can't use the diagonal buttons. In the Mini Game World app, you can also directly lock the oblique button trigger. In the default state, after the 5% vacancy is changed to the state of no death in the app, it was found that the situation was not improving. It would be much better to adjust it again after upgrading the firmware. But there are still some empty joysticks. There is no real terrain to die by default. 5% of the center of gravity is dead. After the app is changed to no dead zone, you can see the center point of the joystick. There is no jitter, very smooth. The external dead zone defaults to a pure circular grinding scheme. You can also change it to a rounded square in the app. In terms of the return rate of the joystick feeling, it can reach more than 500 Hz in the wired state. In Bluetooth mode, it can reach about 300 Hz. The performance is still very good. In addition, as a stretch handle, you can play games that natively support the controller directly on your phone or tablet. And mobile games like Genshin Impact Lite Load Party can be found in. Find the touch area in the app in touch connection mode. Then click Genshin Impact to start. You can directly use the existing mapping scheme to play the game. Next, let's disassemble the machine and take a look at the internal workmanship. The snail holes are all hidden in the face shell and silicone cushioning. The bottom stretch handle is still so difficult to disassemble, and it is extremely difficult to do it. It is highly discouraged for students to do it themselves. This time, the machine uses 4 springs to balance the length and force of the tie rod. When used in normal use, the fixed or very stable moving part is conductive glue. The D-pad of the touch switch is also added with elasticity silicone to increase the feel. Not only that, other functional buttons and triggers on the handle are also available. This mini silicone pad is used to increase the feel. The G16 Hall joystick trigger customized for the small machine is a Hall linear trigger. There is a battery on the left and right sides of the handle, and it is arranged in a fixed slot. A single battery capacity of 500 mAh plus one piece. The whole handle has a total of 1000 mAh, which is quite powerful. The motor uses the same Xbox's non-countersink type to motor shock. It continues the consistent excellent motor tuning level of the small machine. In general, the workmanship of the small machine is still strong this time, and it is very willing to use materials. I believe that seeing this, the students also had a general understanding of the upgrade content of the G8 family. Compared with the previous generation G8, the biggest benefit of this time is that it can be used on more platforms. For NS players, gyroscopic keywords plus one-click wake-up, plus action keys that can be physically changed. All of them make the adaptation of the NS oil ears very well reflected. Because the stretch handle used in the motor is relatively rare. Xbox same motor. When playing on ERNS and PC, the vibration experience is still online. If you care a lot about the function of charging while playing, I like the direct connection method. And there are no other requirements for the stretch handle other than adapting to the mobile phone. In fact, the original G8 is completely enough. However, for multi-platform players, 78 is indeed able to achieve a multi-purpose experience. It is not inferior to ordinary handles. It's well worth a try. After purchasing, you can also prostitute a faint simulator for free. In addition, on Xiao Ji's official account, I also saw the news of the subsequent launch of the mobile PC emulator. For a while, people couldn't tell the difference. After all, it is a new simulator built to fit the G8. Or a G8 built for better play simulators. In short, combined, the play experience should be very good. This is worth looking forward to.